What up, fellas? Playing some Amnesia here. We got a speed run going. This is a run I played earlier today. It's about 50 minutes long, counting the loads, and hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
Some things mustn't be forgotten.
Really not much to say about the intro. You've all seen it 1,000 times, I'm sure.
I live in London.
Gotta make sure you hit the candle a bunch of times, flip the head around on the statue,
This is crazy.
pick up the tinderbox, open the door.
Don't forget.
Very important to the speed run here.
Focus. My name is. I am Daniel.
I've never actually gotten the statue head to stay like that, but one of these days. Alright, so here we go. Gotta spam movement input, spam that camera movement to get going as quick as possible. No, it doesn't really matter. The first level is pretty annoying in this game because you can't sprint through most of it, except for through these little vents here for some reason. Like you'd think it'd be the other way around, like you couldn't sprint while Daniel's flipping out, but apparently that's the only time you can.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery.
I swear half this game is just trying to keep your camera straight because it keeps bouncing around your camera all the time during these events.
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel.
I wish there was a way to skip flashbacks, or if it was allowed in the glitchless category.
It lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Here I fucked up a little bit and I missed this chair. I lose about a second. I also missed the jump on the piano. The reason I grabbed the chair here is because I actually don't know how to open the barricade here without throwing something at it. I know it's possible, like I see everyone does it, but I've never seen an explanation of how to actually do it. So I just throw a chair at it. I do the same in the study coming up here.
Activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Coming up here we have the first fun level of the game. There's actually a little skip you can do there by jumping off that ledge, but I choose not to do it because you usually take fall damage. I don't know how to do it without taking fall damage, and it saves like 1 second, so why bother? Here I remember to use the key on the door. That's a classic door boss right there. Lose about 1 second if you don't click that key. Happens to everyone. So here in the wine cellar, I jump down the side of the wall there because you don't take damage, and then you can just pick up that bottle and you can go right in this way and loop the other way around. I don't know if it's actually faster, but it's how I practice it. It's pretty good. I think the wine cellar is probably one of my most practiced levels just because of that door skip there. And then we got another one coming up, but everyone knows how to do that. You just put a barrel in the door. This is one of the tricks that I don't fuck up this run, so that's good. Probably not the fastest it's ever been done, but what are you gonna do? Spam that camera, jump through that door. Here you have to wait until the event is done to open the door.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God, Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Another boss coming up. You have to remember to go to the laboratory. Sometimes I just try to run straight to the refinery without the acid, and that's a restart. Another way you can jump down here without taking damage. You can put that there before the shit actually falls. Nice trick you can do. I don't know why I couldn't sprint here. The game wasn't letting me sprint. I don't know if it was because the flashback was glitched or if like there was some sanity issues or something. Yeah, and this I also could have done a little faster, but such is life. Yeah, I fucking missed the wheel there. Turn around, grab the oil, get the fuck out. So coming up here is the first level that we can actually die in. I guess you could die in any level, but you'd have to try pretty hard to take that much fall damage. So yeah, in the refinery I actually got a pretty early spawn on the monster, or I don't know if my movement just wasn't very optimized and I didn't get to the trigger very quickly, but we don't take any damage. I think it's pretty hard to take damage in this level, at least on normal mode. Hard mode will kill you in one hit, which is pretty annoying.
Reason for it, but you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason for the darkness, that is?
Stay close. Be careful not
Get
to
stuck on a
stray.
rock there.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Yeah, like here the flashback ends. Usually you're about halfway through that room when the monster spawns. But yeah, like he sees me there. I still run for this door because like, I don't know, this guy is just slow to like catch on to you for some reason. I think it's because the flashback trigger ending. And yeah, he can't get you in here, so the level's pretty much over. Use the box to turn the wheel because it's faster. Skip the oil barrel because there's really nothing in it and it takes like 5 seconds to get. And then we're fighting the water monster. do a jump input before the screen blacks out. I don't know if that actually makes it faster, but I think it makes you carry your momentum for when the game makes it so you can't move for a second. I don't know exactly. Get stuck on the box there though, that definitely slows you down. Here I probably could have started running a little sooner, but sometimes if you go too fast, the monster will chase you before he starts eating the hands. And then here you don't even need to close the door because he's still eating. He's a hungry boy. I don't think Alexander feeds the kinks much in the castle. Here we don't close any doors because you don't have to. I think we stop and pet the monster though. You can get a nice little boost off these chairs though. I didn't get it this time though. But yeah, there's pretty much no danger of dying in this level. Here I get stuck on the door and you can see the monster isn't even close behind me. I think the game has to like teleport the monster behind you. That's why it sounds like he's real close to you as you approach that door. Or maybe he's still just a ways behind you and it's just the game playing sound effects. Because they like to do that too. You can notice that in the first water monster level, when you're in the water, the game just plays the monster sounds. So it sounds like it's right behind you. But yeah, so now we're in the storage. This is the classic level. Everyone knows the storage, right? Here I do a slightly safe route. Here you'll see I move a box so I can jump over this, I don't know what the fuck it is, this little aisle here. And then yeah, we aggro the monster, run into the trigger. Sometimes you get slapped by that monster if you don't hit the trigger right. There, I hit it though. Also, sometimes the monster will like patrol to the top of those stairs and then he'll see you as you're trying to run between these rooms. I've only had that happen on hard mode, but it's pretty damn annoying when it does. Here I don't play it safe and I just run to this room though. I missed the free tinderbox there. That's okay, you don't need it. If this was hard mode, I would be picking up the tinderboxes so I could save. There's also a lot fewer of them though. Like, I don't think one spawns there in hard mode. And here we just move this barrel so it's about right where the monster spawns, so you can just pick it up and throw it at him and run right past him. You'll see it later. Throw the barrel at the pot, get the fuck out. Now we're just chilling for about a minute.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
This level I think has the most annoying flashback triggers. Maybe it's just in the speedrun, like you go through them all so quickly so it feels like half the level is fucking flashbacks, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I played Halo 3 so much as a kid, I'm tired of flashbacks slowing down the game. Like, I swear that game is like unplayable for me. I just can't stand when Cortana and the fucking Gravemind pop up on your screen. That shit's so annoying. But yeah, so here, you can just run right past the monster, but sometimes he'll still be aggroed on you. Like there, I think if I ran for it, he would have chased me. But yeah, here you can just kind of duck behind this box, throw it, he's distracted, and then you can run, and he won't see you. It takes probably an extra 10 seconds, but it's safer. Maybe as I get better, I'll start trying more riskier strats and shit. There, I don't know why I picked up the barrel and threw it, but it ended up being useful because I think it distracted the monster for a second. It probably didn't end up mattering, but I could see using that in the future, maybe if I wasn't gonna move that barrel at the beginning. So that's the hard level done. Fortunately, we didn't get hit. I don't know if it's faster to do the storage last. I see people usually doing that in speedruns. I think it might change up the ordering of the flashback so it's slightly faster. I think it might change a flashback you see in the, what's it called, the control room later in the entrance to the cistern. Because there's a flashback that plays there that would play in this hallway. Or maybe it's something else, but in any case. Here I say fuck the laudanum. Because it takes a few seconds to get. I'm just not very good at moving that drawer because there's another drawer in the way. And yeah, you don't need it. I also skipped the oil here. You can just run right out.
The key. Please, let it be here.
So here's another free level. You can die jumping between the windowsills, but that's pretty hard to do. Here I grab the box, because as I say, I don't know how to open the window pane without it.
Thank God, there it is.
Just wait for it to crack, throw it, and you're good. Pick up the oil, because why not? Fuck the tinderbox, though. Jump over the chairs on the ground, because Alexander doesn't know how to clean his damn room. Almost fall on the window. And just like that, it's on to the machine room. Here I had a pretty fucking slow machine room, you guys will see. I was making pretty good pace up to this point. I could have had a sub 20 minute elevator. I think I get to the elevator right as 20 minutes hits. The world record pace is like 19 minutes into the prison, I think, so I got a little work to do around here.
Inner sanctum.
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Slightly slow clear on that flow control thing there. I don't know exactly what knobs to pull up and down. I just remember 8 up, 8 down. Here the yellow one is the circle, the blue one is the triangle, but I missed to click on the square for some reason. In hard mode, there's a tinderbox in that box. Nice to pick up. I hate moving around these stupid cogs. They always get stuck on shit. They make you move slow when you carry them. I wish they could all just go on any spoke too. Like, who cares what size the goddamn cogs are? They look all the same anyway. Yeah, see, I think that coal didn't actually go in the thing. And I closed the burner for some reason. You don't need to close the burner. You can see the coal on the floor there. I just didn't notice it. And then I missed the throw on the stupid cog. I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck's happening. I'm like, shit. Oh, there's coal on the ground. Cause like I know I got the flow right and the rod's all in place. Good thing I didn't have to go back and run through the level to figure out what I fucked up. So yeah, that was a nice 30-second time loss, I bet. I don't know if it's actually faster to crouch under that beam. I think it might be about the same. And now we're in the vape room level. Got about a minute to chill. The reason you can't actually jump on those ledges is because they're not actually like none of this is coded as terrain. It's all just wall textures, and the walls scroll up. The elevator doesn't even move. It's a funny trick. I wonder if there's a way to get out of bounds on this little level here. It'd be cool to explore it. See if you can actually get in those rooms. Here you can actually move forward a little bit during this little event, but your movement speed is super slow.
Come this way.
What was that?
Forgive me.
Not the fastest clear on these rocks here, but not terrible.
Is that of a prison warden. This
Nah, I guess that was pretty bad.
Like a dungeon?
very much so.
And here you grab the rock. You want to be facing forward, I think. And then you let go of the rock when the monster closes that door. And here I think if I got hit by this monster, I would have fucking died. That was me checking my health in the elevator room. That's why I opened the menu. Here you can just throw that chair at him. Usually I missed that oil, but I got it that time. And you just pick up the chipper and he fucks off. Yeah, fuck off, dude.
Where did she go?
Flip him off. They should add that to this game. Like, you can pull out your lantern, just have your other hand be your middle finger out for the monsters.
Young girl all by herself.
I'm fucking stupid.
There's no telling what horrors await down there.
On hard mode, there's a nice trick you can do to restore some sanity. There's that locked door right next to the room you pick up the chipper. You can just combine the hammer and chipper in that room and then use the item to click on the door, and it doesn't take any time. You can just gain a little sanity, not even go in the room.
You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
So this level is usually really dangerous, but I have a strategy to make it a lot safer. But these rocks get fucking stuck. I hate it when this happens. I don't really know why.
Someone is coming.
Maybe there's a different way to do it so they don't get stuck.
We'll be fine.
But I usually do it that way, where you pull the first two rocks and then you throw the third one. But that bottom one just gets stuck like maybe 25% of the time, and I don't know why. So yeah, the trick here is if you run up those stairs to the kitchen and then you loop back around, run up those stairs, turn around, the monster spawns, he doesn't see you, and he won't spawn again when you go into the kitchen later. And here it's just, I like that torch, so I know where to turn. I guess there is a subtle advantage to picking up that tinderbox at the beginning of the game, if you save it for here. Here you can open that door so the monster doesn't come out when you come back from the storage. You can just slam the door in his face and he won't bother you. If you want to be extra safe, you can pick up a box in the storage room, but I've never seen that monster leave that room when you open the door. And then when you get far enough away, I think he just despawns. Pretty sure that's how the monsters in this level work. I've never seen the monster still here when I come back around. He spawns through that hallway there on the right. Not the fastest menuing. I wonder how much time I actually lose to menuing in this run. Be interesting to know. Everyone is so goddamn fast at that shit. I don't know how y'all people click on stuff in this game. But yep, just smooth sailing now. Ain't nobody gonna bother me. Take a left here, take a right, skip this turn, and then it's a left. That's all you gotta know.
Soon we'll be ready. Let there be enough time.
Use the acid on the door, use the hammer and chipper. Turn off the lantern so he doesn't see you. It really doesn't matter, because you get a full restore sanity trigger here anyway. But I guess it would save a little sanity if you don't aggro
So
him.
you use the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today.
Here I do the cistern in the order of you pull that lever, then you do the control room, then you come out and you pull the morgue lever, you jump down, grab the brick, drop the walkway, and then you run into the cistern. I don't know if that's fastest, but it's what I do.
As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Herbert, how did we find this place?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way
Fucking up the chair as usual. I usually don't have a problem with the chair. But as Herbert says, things don't always turn out the way we plan. So, you about to see me turn around here and say fuck, because I didn't put the chair in the right spot. So I have to pick up this stupid wooden crank. Lose a good 30 seconds to a minute here. And here I also fuck up the levers somehow. It doesn't slide into place. I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? It's the lever on the left. There we go. Yeah, see, even Alexander is like, what the fuck are you doing? This shit sucks. Never had this happen before either, but I fucking threw the thing in the wrong spot. It's supposed to go there. And then the machine doesn't start, and I don't get the sanity trigger, so I'm like, what's wrong? I thought I fucked it up again, but nah, it works. I was about ready to call this run, though, if I walked out into the cistern and the morgue walkway wouldn't go down.
Conserving water from the spring.
This is another level I don't like. Feels like there's so much waiting around. Also, the game trolls you by making you think there's a water monster that spawns. It doesn't. You can't really stay long enough for that to happen. Unlike the wiki and stuff, it says if you stay here too long, a water monster will eventually spawn, but I've never seen it happen. I've also never tried waiting it out. If I didn't stutter with that wheel there, I probably would have made this cycle. Or maybe if I looped around the other side of those pillars. I almost make it though. You see me run up right as it like... And there it is. I was pissed. Fortunately, the steam doesn't do that much damage. I wish you could just run through all three of them, but Like, maybe the fastest run of this game would include that, but you can also just jump past them if you do it perfectly. Yeah, the damage is not something you want to take. Even if it is possible to do this game without taking damage, like, the terrain is just finicky enough that sometimes you will take fall damage. Like, none of the fall damage skips are really 100% consistent. Unless you're just a god gamer, but I'm not. Maybe y'all are. Going into the morgue at a little after 30 minutes. Here we're probably losing a lot of time. I don't know what pace you should be at going into the morgue, but probably faster than 30. These later levels of the game I haven't practiced nearly as much, except for the sewer, because you fucking die in the sewer.
The shadow. It has for now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Pick up the tube, pick up the free laudanum.
To the morgue.
Are there more?
Laudanum is surprisingly important in the speedruns. Like, playing this game normally, you could probably beat it without ever picking up laudanum. Like, you just don't need it. But as I say, fall damage is pretty inconsistent, and once in a while you will get hit by a monster. Here you can just click on the dude's foot to drill his head, but I fuck it up a little bit, so I click on his leg. And then for this trick, you need to start moving, like, immediately. Because if you don't move fast enough, a monster will spawn and open that door. And you really have about a window of 2 seconds. But all you have to do is start moving as soon as you click the needle. And it also helps if you max range the needle, if you stand by his foot and do it. But I didn't. Yeah, see there, I took fall damage. I also got a nice little jump boost though, so I wasn't mad. Here I take fall damage, I think. Yeah, because I clicked that ladder way too early. This monster, you just look at him, you just say stop, and he stops. Here we gotta go to the right and pick up my boy Loose. He's stuck in a pipe form. I got you, Loose. Here it's slightly faster if you jump through the water. Water makes you move like just a tiny bit slower, but being in the air I think gives you like full control of your character for a few frames, and it makes you accelerate or something like that. So for this part I don't actually try to run past the monster. You can do it, but to do it consistently you need to get a lot of jump boosts and shit, and I'm not that good at that, so I just lure him into this room. It takes probably an extra 20 seconds, but it's safer. You just run right past him. That actually took me a lot of practice to get right, because if you run at the wrong time, he'll just hit you and kill you in one hit. You need to start running before he swings, and you need to be in his face as he swings so that he's turning. It's kind of like dodging elites in Halo, but the Brute has a much wider hitbox on his melee, so you have to be behind him by the time it goes off. Unfortunately, you can't just backstab the monster. That would be a lot nicer. We could get a Master Chief in here. I need a weapon. Here I say fuck the laudanum, but you can grab the laudanum in that room. This guy is surprisingly easy to run past. I think because you can run under this pipe, and he can't. So maybe his pathing is just really inefficient here. And then here you don't have to close the door, but I do. I didn't know how close the monster was behind me. Now we're in the nave. It's the home stretch. Fortunately, I don't fuck up the fast fall. I think I actually get a nice jump boost on the way down. Yeah.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
Nice that I didn't mess up the gears there. You just gotta stand in the right spot and be looking in the right direction as you jump. Here I think it's a little bit faster if you jump up these stairs, but you can get stuck on the stairs too a little bit. So I don't really know what's faster. Pull up that lever, get that other lever, and we don't grab the oil because there ain't shit in that barrel. Honestly, there probably was a good amount of oil in that barrel because I don't think I have much. I wasn't picking up most of it throughout this run.
Stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
There you can get a nice little jump boost off that beam there because it's got a triangle shape. Now here you can also just jump over there, and if you hit that pipe you won't take fall damage. There I took fall damage though. It's not much though. I'm not really worried about it going into the choir. The only time damage really matters is if you hit barely conscious, because then your movement speed is reduced. It is nice to be at full health though, because then you're more likely to survive a hit from a monster. But, I mean, why would you get hit, right?
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good?
I hate this Iron Maiden room. I don't fuck up the jump there, but sometimes I do. I hate it when it pops out at you. This game is scary.
Or when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Here you can see me try to get a few decent jump boosts, but I'm not very good at it. I'm still practicing this. I get a couple good ones though. I don't really lose much time to trying. Monster spawn behind us. He doesn't see us. Sometimes on hard mode he will, but you can just run through these pillars. He can't catch up to you. He spawns pretty far behind you.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference.
This is like the longest goddamn flashback in the game. Like seriously, Alexander, shut the fuck up. I do not need this graphic depiction of torture. You'll get this video taken off of YouTube, goddammit.
But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
Oh, but they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
Too quickly, I mean.
Nah, shut the fuck up, Daniel.
The human
You don't know shit about torture, boy. I've been doing this shit before you were born.
until they finally.
Didn't you play the new Amnesia? I fucking mess up that pillar jump there. As long as you don't fall in the gap, it's not terrible. Now it's just a speed run to kill Daniel. It's faster to die than to walk back. That's another difference between hard mode and normal mode. Because on hard mode, what I do is I run forward there, and you can trigger the monster. Then you can loop back on that pillar and just run to the entrance, and you won't have to deal with any more spawns. Now we're not really in any danger of dying anymore. After you finish the choir, the run is pretty much over. I guess you could take too much fall damage in the nave coming back from the cells. Or you could fuck it up like me, as you'll see. I actually messed up in the goddamn inner sanctum somehow. This level is really free. I don't think there's really even a way to optimize this level. It's just, you know, we run to the different rooms. I guess you can get a few little jump boosts, but I don't really go for any. You can also grab the orb through the door instead of opening it, but fuck that. Yeah, this one. That's like 1 second loss. Oh yeah, you can do a little jump boost off those pipes if you bonk your head against them at the right angle, but you can also decelerate your character if you do it wrong. Yeah, see, like here, I don't know if this is actually much faster. Might save like some frames at most.
You're a man. How can you partake in this? Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen? That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters.
Yeah, see there, it knocked me back instead of forward. I hit the chain. You do have to pick up the orb. Remember that. And about 43 minutes here is the world record pace. Obviously we have a little more time because loads and stuff. My computer is pretty slow running OBS and live split all in windowed mode. So we are a little bit ahead of 43 minutes, probably like 1 or 2 minutes of loads, but not much. If I was getting the world record, I would have finished the game right about here. So we have some improvements still. Here you just aggro the monster and run back, because there's a death trigger right there. There is actually a way to get in, to get past those monsters and get into the room with the machine that you jam, but I don't think there's any trigger in place to break the machine. Or you also can't pick up the bucket of tar, I don't believe either, so you'd have to go out of bounds again if you were going to get to the inner sanctum, assuming the door is even there to click on. There is a faster way out of this cell, but I'm not sure how to do it, so I just used the hammer and chipper.
We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the Amnesia mixture?
I think this is one of my favorite levels in the game. I like the puzzles here. I love how chill it is too. The one note that's in the level is pretty cool. Here you don't need to close that door, but I do, because I'm a little bitch. And you can also open this door faster, but I don't know how to do it. Just run one side, wait for the rocks to fall onto the other side. You can't really die here. There's also an achievement if you die here. It's so hard to fucking die in this level, they had to give you an achievement to do it. There, I took a lot of damage, so I drank my last laudanum. That's okay, we shouldn't take any more damage for the rest of the run, but, well, we're supposed to. This level is particularly annoying, because the strategy is, well, it's a speedrun to kill Daniel at first, but the game puts you in a spot where if you move forward, you just immediately walk off the edge and die. And I have done that so many times. Here you'll see me not mess that up. See, turn around, baby, that's all you gotta do. Ow. And here you pick up the tar, pick up the rock, throw the rock, throw the rock again, and get the fuck out. If you leave fast enough, the monster doesn't spawn, so that's nice. On hard mode, I'm not really sure how to do this level fast without just waiting for the monster to despawn, because you can like jump on the railings, you can kind of get on the side of the level and go around, and you can get in the room and break the machine, but he'll still be chasing you. So you'd have to be really slick to get through this level with monster aggro. I don't know how to do that. You also don't want to click on the jar like I did. So yeah, here's about where I fuck it up. You'll see what happens. You wait for the crash, then you can run through. And then you wait for the restore sanity trigger, and like, I get it, right? Yeah, see, the game gives me the sanity, but I still go insane in this room, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't have my lantern out. I actually run out of oil in this room, you see? Yep, right there. So yeah, we should have had this game in probably about like 49 minutes, probably 47, 48, not counting loads. But it ends up being closer to 50. Yeah, so I run through here, and then normally I cut a right around the pillar, but like I hit the insane trigger, and I get stuck on this train because I can't move. I'm worried I'm gonna fucking die. I keep taking damage. I don't think it can actually kill you, or maybe it just does so little damage that you can survive it. But yeah, like, my camera's just going crazy. I don't know where the fuck I am. I can't see anything. I pull out my lantern again, put oil in it. There's the right fucking door. Jesus Christ. And then I also forget which way to push the pillar.
It saddens me to see you filled with such halo. Don't do that.
Unfortunately, you don't take damage if the pillar falls on you. That would have been hilarious if I died to that here and lost the run. I mean, this run wasn't that good anyway. I'm proud of it though, because it's my fastest time so far. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, I can get an actual world record attempt. Yeah, you can see I just fucking quit out here. And yeah, there it is. Amnesia in about 50 and 9 seconds. There you go.